Hey.
Oh, all right, and if you do not like the sound of my voice, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to you're gonna have to go again because I'm going back to cinema, and the only other thing in cinema is something I've seen. This is Freakier Friday. Now, Freakier Friday is okay. So Sean, you've put up the poster, and is that the? Oh yeah, that is the poster of Freakier Friday.
That is the one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, I was just looking at Mark Harmon, thinking he doesn't look that much older than he did in the first one, but maybe Mark Harmon has just always looked old. I don't know. So, Freakier Friday, as the title suggests, this is a sequel to Freaky Friday. Freaky Friday is a body swap comedy that was made at the height of Lindsay Lohan's Disney starlet fame. Starred Jamie Lee Curtis as her mom. It was a remake of the Jodie Foster movie from the 70s, 80s. And in that, what happens is a mom and daughter who are always constantly at loggerheads fighting with each other end up swapping places. They end up swapping places, and by swapping bodies for a day, one of them has to pretend to be the other one. The other one has to be. They get to understand a little bit more about each other, and then harmony comes and rules the family in the end. That's the basics. That's the basic premise of this. Freaky Friday is the same again, but this time round, by the time when you meet, because this was made, the first one was made when Lindsay Lohan was a teen, which was probably about 20 something years ago. Because Lindsay Lohan now is playing a 37-year-old. I'm not sure if that's her actual age, but it will be close to it anyway. And this, by the time you meet her, she has her own daughter. She has her own teenage daughter. And so you have the Jamie Lee Curtis as the grandmother, Lindsay Lohan as the mom, and then you have Julia Butters as the granddaughter. And but Lindsay Lohan meets a character played by Manny Jacinto called Eric, and they end up having like this whirlwind romance. He has a daughter of his own. The two daughters do not like each other because a Freaky Friday film has to start off with two people who do not like each other. But this time around, instead of just the parents swapping, what happens is that the two older women swap bodies with the two younger women. So Lindsay Lohan swaps places with her daughter Julia Butters, and Jamie Lee Curtis swaps places with Eric's daughter, who is an actress whose name I will look up because I cannot remember. And that's what happens. Now, because this time you have like a four-way swap, I've got to be honest with you. I was sat down there going, okay, who's who? And I think that's one of the problems with the film. It's because if you have two people who swapped, it's easy. It's easy to say, okay, cool, that person is that person, that person is that person. Cool, good, we're good. But with this one, because they were like, okay, fine, now, so the grandmother is now in the British girl's body and the mother's in the, and it gets a bit confusing, especially when the four of them are in a scene as to who's in what body, what does this mean, all that kind of stuff. And it just kind of like, yeah, after a while you just have to go with it. It gets better when they split them up and you only have two people with swapped bodies on screen at one point in time. And then the two, and Sean, tell me when this gets confusing. The two younger people, now in the older bodies, decide that they don't want the wedding to go ahead. They don't want a wedding between Lindsay Lohan and Manny Jacinto's characters to go ahead. And so they decide, because they are the older ones, they're going to go and cancel everything for the wedding, and they're going to try and do as much as they can to break up the wedding. That's what's happening on
They just don't like the people. They just think they don't like
they don't like each other.
They don't like each other.
They don't like each other. They don't want to be in the same family with each other. And especially because there's talk about when they get married, they're going to move to London. And one of them is a Californian girl who sort of like goes out surfing every morning before school. And she's like, you can't surf in London. It's good. So she doesn't want to move to London. And so, I mean, at the end of the day, everyone's going to understand themselves a little better. It's going to be all happy families. Everything will be resolved. But as I was telling you earlier, Sean, this film is not made for people who are going to walk into this film with critiques. It's not made for people who are going to walk in going, well, hang on a second, that was all a bit convenient. Yes, that's the point of the film. It is supposed to be convenient.
Could I just ask you, how do they? What is the actual phenomenon that makes them body swap, sort of thing?
It's never explained.
Oh, right, okay. Thank you.
As I said, we do not want your critiques. We don't need the mechanism of how it happens. We don't need to know. It just happened. It just happened. They just swapped. They just woke up one morning and they were in each other's bodies. But I think for that being said, it's actually it's the thing I was watching when I was watching this, I was thinking two things. That A, it is good to see Lindsay Lohan back. It is good to see Lindsay Lohan back on screen because she had a whole wild child period. She had a whole bit where the tabloids just seemed to want to just report on everything she did, and not everything she did. Some of it looked a bit out there, and it's but still, I feel like they just had it out for her. I feel that for
it's funny, they build people up, don't they? I mean, sports
yeah
celebrities, everyone else like that, they build people up, and then as soon as there's anything, they like
especially child stars. It's kind of like, look at you, squeaky ceiling. We're gonna bring you down.
Yeah,
so it was good to see her back, and also Jamie Lee Curtis is having the time of her life. In the last couple of years, Jamie Lee Curtis has just gone to that stage where she's like, "Look, I'm old enough. I don't care."
So, that's it. Halloween, Brady.
Yeah. So she's like I just. It's like I don't care when she was in The Last Showgirl, when she did Everything Everywhere All at Once. She's just having fun, and I think Jamie Lee Curtis is a great performer, great person to see on screen. And there's this whole thing where the younger girl in her body decides, oh no, I'm not dressing like this. Oh no, I'm not looking like this. Oh my god, why are there so many cracks on my face? And so goes to get a beauty treatment. And Jamie Lee Curtis' performance after she got the beauty treatment is just kind of like, this woman's she's just brilliant. She's just a crazy professional. Julia Butters, I've always liked ever since I saw her in a TV show called American Housewife. I thought she's been brilliant. She was also, oh, okay, Sean, this will get you on board. Do you remember Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yes.
You remember there was a scene with Leonardo DiCaprio where he's on stage on the set of a TV show and is acting opposite a kid.
Yeah.
And the kid leans over to him and goes, "That was the best acting I've ever seen." That kid is Julia Butters.
Oh right, okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that kid is Julia Butters. And so it's this is it's a 3-star. It's a 3-star because it's fun. I think especially for people who watched the first Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, I think they'll have big stupid grins on their face throughout the whole film. I think they'll just be like, oh wow, this is just great, just being in the presence of these people. But for me, the two things I walked away going was just like, Jamie Lee Curtis is great, Lindsay Lohan, great to see her back. So 3 stars for Freakier Friday from me.